Well, as it's very hard for me to take a day off, I'm out here riding again because 150 miles yesterday was not enough for me. It's so hard for me to take any time off or to do something different. I don't know, like not be doing something. It's like I'm always having to be on the go. So here I am out riding again. Kind of just spinning the legs out because they are very sore. Even like my hamstrings, glutes, everything is kind of like on lockdown. So I'm hoping that some movement might help them like get a little bit more loosened up, you could say. Also, I suppose I'm just not very good at taking any time off and just doing nothing. I feel like I always have to be doing something. Except for yesterday, I went to bed around 8, but I still woke up at 6 a.m. and I just started cleaning and putting things away and organizing everything that I could. And then listing some stuff for sale on the Facebook Marketplace. Just a lot of the climbing gear that I really never used in Tahoe, and I'll probably never use it here, so I might as well try to recoup some of those funds. And it was good because I got some bites and I went to grab the gear, and then I found road pedals which I've been looking for forever, and they're just sitting with some rock climbing gear, which I never use, so obviously I would not find the road pedals. I put them in a very safe place. It was so safe that I wouldn't even find it myself. For being such a small North Idaho town, this place gets really busy. Like the other day for the race, it might not have looked like there was a lot of people, but there's just a ton of people around the venue, down at the beach. The parking lot, which is huge, it's packed. I couldn't even park near the beach. I had to park a few blocks away and then walk in. So I've been here for a long time, but this place has just gotten really popular. I think that people want to get out of cities and move to smaller mountain towns, and probably the places that, I don't know, I guess have lower taxes, and it's just not the grind. But like you could see this Highway 95 on a Sunday, I mean, there's constantly like semis coming through, just a ton of traffic, and trains always coming through this town. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely kind of a place to be, I suppose. Weird coming out here and riding up these climbs. My heart rate zone is 3.6, 3.8, and it feels hard. But yesterday I spent 7.5 hours trying to keep my heart rate under a zone of 4.4. If I kept it at 4, I was happy. I can't believe that my heart held out for that long at that kind of intensity, because that's like a little bit over tempo kind of threshold And just to be in that mental mindset of maintaining that is hard. But what I think was, I was just kind of focusing on 2 minutes at a time, even just like 2 minutes, and letting the guy behind me then come through for 2 minutes, and I'd have a break on the wheel. Even though it's still pretty hard, it's kind of like you get a little bit of respite. Sadly, then after 100 miles, it became like I was doing 4 minutes at the front and he was doing a couple minutes, and then it went to eventually I'd see, it seems like I was just on the front. But at that point, I just wanted to get done. I wasn't worried about getting second or third. I was kind of just ready to be at the finish line. And it did kind of make it harder when I lost that guy at 140 miles. Just knowing that you're all alone from that point into heavy, heavy headwinds. And it was over 80 degrees and I was just roasting, and I had lost all my water by that point. So it was like no hydration, solo, into the headwind, and just trying to do all you can to keep your legs moving. And I think these events, they teach you a lot about yourself, more than like what placing you get. It's just this big mental mind game of survival and just picking little mini goals to set for yourself. Like, I'm just gonna push the pace for such and such miles or minutes, and then you just compound those together until you make your distance, whatever you wanted to complete. It was funny, yesterday during that ride, there'd be all these guys and they'd be like, all right, get ready, there's a monster climb coming up. And so I'd be like, all right, we have like a 20-minute climb plus, you know, it's gonna be brutal. And then we hit it in like 6 minutes. I'm at the top of it going like, wait, where's the rest of it? And it's just because like in Tahoe, everything is so drawn out on the climbs. It's like, here's a monster climb, 3,000 feet of climbing straight, you know, up. But these are just steeper and just punchy up, which isn't so good for me. But still, like, coming from Tahoe, I think that gave me an advantage, just living at 7,000 feet rather than 2,000. And then also just having that mindset of, we're gonna be suffering on this thing for a while, so you might as well just settle in to the pain and a certain higher heart rate and pushing your legs. So I think it's really in the mind of sporting events, having the confidence that you can do it, which I wish I would have had, and I would have just gone with everyone going up the road. But you know, I just let that one person go, and I think I could have stayed with him and had a more of a fighting chance for the overall win. But it's so hard to know when you've got 110 miles to go. It's like a roll of the dice in this type of sport. I suppose a lot of sports, unless it's like skill-based, like football or basketball or golf, where it's more your skill. Cycling is just like, put your head down and push your legs as far as they'll go. I suppose that your frame of mind really is key for about everything in life. From believing if you're going to be successful or not, if you can accomplish goals. If you don't think you can, I guess that you probably won't, but I guess it's just about holding on to a glimpse of belief that you can accomplish whatever you want to do, and having the courage to go out and strive to get it accomplished or complete some goal, and just not giving up. Sometimes it's the hammer that just keeps pounding away, failing every time, but eventually it has a good strike and gets the nail into the wood. So I suppose just remaining positive and taking the punches as they come is the key to life, I suppose. And there is something to be said about just realizing that there's people in the world who have it way worse than you do. In Tahoe, when I was really down, just feeling sorry for myself constantly, just thinking I was the only one that had a tough life, but boy, I'm really wrong. I've had good opportunities and a lot's been in my favor for a long time. Oh, look out! A cute little kid. This morning I was listening to Asmongold, and he was talking about all of the people who were raped and groomed in Britain by a certain group of people. I guess he was just reading the report about Britain and the rape gangs from basically Asian countries. And all of these young girls were even sold by their parents, and they were molested and abused by their own flesh and blood. And I was listening to story after story because he had a 6-hour video. So I was listening to it while doing other things this morning. And I was just thinking, how blessed are we that get to be born in a good place like America with good parents that don't take advantage of us, sell us into sex gangs, and just abuse us as children, and just ruining a life from the beginning. And that's kind of resonated with me today, just thinking about how blessed, lucky, fortunate I am to have the upbringing I did here in North Idaho, and whatever struggle I've gone through doesn't even really compare to what a lot of people have been through in their lives. And like, for complaining I'm just really weak. Like, I don't know if it's just a weak mindset that I need to change. I need to not feel like I haven't accomplished anything in life and it's all been for naught, because I've had a lot of opportunities, a lot more opportunities to come, and I've just lived a life of being able to be free, and I haven't been abused by anyone or anything in life. You know, there's hardships, but a lot of it was all through my own decision making as well. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I don't know. I think that wherever we are, we need to take account of our blessings and realize that we're pretty fortunate. And one thing that really hit home also for me on this is in Britain, basically like America. And it's not even people from other countries harming our children, it's their own parents. And people just must have so much anger or angst in their hearts that they take it out on their own kids. And boy, I really have sympathy and empathy for those who have gone through it, because that's got to be the hardest challenge in life just to deal with forever, basically, because it's going to affect your own relationships, your relationships with your own kids, if you even get to have them, and you survive this, the level of stress and PTSD that you get from just, I don't know, being abused like that. So you can't just lay blame on people from out of the country, though it's helped to be instigated by them, I suppose. But yeah, it's more of just, you're lucky to be born into a solid home and family that looks out for you, I suppose. Even if it's just a little bit, you know, just a teaspoon, you could say, can go a long ways into making life a lot better. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to turn in film. This little river area is so pretty. I was gonna come out and paddleboard, but I wasn't really sure if I could handle that. I figure I could spin my legs a bit. I haven't done much with Kylo out on these videos recently, mainly because he's having such a good time at the house. He's got that big yard, he watches the deer every night, and he's definitely just having a good time now that he has like all the space really that a little dog could wish for. But I do need to take him out on some more adventures and on more videos for sure in the future.